Hey.
Hey, Dad. Jacob, my man, what's up, bro? Welcome back to the game.
Hey.
It's been a while since you've been here, huh?
Yeah.
Good morning. It is Wednesday when you're watching this. Just a few days before Christmas, we are here at my dad's house. I am with Jacob Copland. He is actually one of my servers that happens to be a graphic designer. And what do you do when you have a server who's a graphic designer? You have them build your menus for you. So he actually built this menu here back in January. That was before COVID was a thing. And today we are actually getting the foundations for building a menu for Onassis. And we're gonna take this fantastic template that we use for Opa and copy and paste that over. That way we can just make some minor tweaks and adjustments, some pictures and menu changes. Efficiency. Link up here, yesterday's video, all about efficiency. Tell them what you're doing, Jacob.
All right. We're working on getting the menu for Onassis going. We're looking at the covers, paper weight and size. Looked at some fonts, as well as our logo potentially. Got some stuff to work on and adjust some couple new menu items as well. Keeping most of the classic stuff from Opa, but adding a few new things, some specials that we've had on. So it'll be great.
Lisa, she actually made the logo for Bankhead Brewing Company for some of their beers that they've done. And she actually came up with this boat. And our restaurant's actually in Rockwall, Texas, located on Lake Ray Hubbard. People from Rockwall, they think they live on the ocean. So we went with this ocean theme. And we have a lot of seafood that we're going to be incorporating into the main dish, so I thought that was really neat. We were originally going to go with the monogram, but I think having something that's not a monogram, like its own icon, would play well on pint glasses and snifters and coasters versus just a monogram.
Having an icon will help make it more identifiable, so you can recognize it a lot easier.
What are you going to do? What's your game plan kind of going into this menu versus the menu that you created for me back in January?
So right now I gotta narrow down what we're keeping again, so I got some stuff to work on. The biggest thing right now is figuring out the sizing and the margins of the paper, so I know what space I have to work with. Because a lot of it's gonna be taking pretty much the same names and the descriptions from the old menu and just copying them over. But it's gonna be figuring out the spacing, making sure I can fit everything that we want in there with the page space that we have.
These are the wooden menus that we're gonna get actually made in Greece. Pretty cool. Go home to the family and I'll let you continue to work on this stuff. I guess we're at a standstill now, but I think building a restaurant menu is so incredibly important to take your time, not just type out something, which you can do, but I think really utilizing our strengths with photography and your strengths as a graphic designer to really create something that's gonna blow people away when they come in, because your menu is your number one selling point.
And that's the main thing that the customer looks at and sees and what they're gonna remember.
Yeah, for sure.
Other than the food itself.
Thanks, Jacob. There are a few ways in which we manipulate guest perception of the menu and allow them to spend more money. The first thing we do is we create a decoy item on the menu. This is an item that we really don't want to sell, but we will basically double the price of this item. Let's say the typical entree on your menu is around $20. This item would be $40. And what that does, it creates a law of relativity. And if that one entree is $40, $20 does not look like a lot. But if every item is $10, then a $20 item would look like a lot. So it's all relative to what's surrounding your menu items. So a decoy item. Another way to get people to spend more money at your restaurant is remove all money symbols. You don't want to have people associate the price of the food with actual money. You just want it to be like an arbitrary number. That way their defenses are down. You never want to ... and put a price across and have those all in one column, because what happens is people will price surf a menu. That's whenever you run your eyes up and down and see what's the cheapest price. So what we do actually is we actually put the price at the very last line of the paragraph in the same small font as the description of the entree. That way it's not like, it's an afterthought. Like, you worry about the entree, not the price of the entree. And that allows guests to spend more money. Cutting out all of the wordiness of a menu description. One thing we did before is, like, for instance, a gyro platter would be like, oh, freshly shaved gyro meat off of a spit with sliced Roma tomatoes and a pillowy pita bread, yada yada yada. Now it's like gyro, tzatziki, pita. We live in this Instagram, Snapchat world where it's just like people only have like 10 seconds and they don't want to read the story of an entree. Like, they want to know, you know, the noun and the verb. And I think that just makes the menu look a lot cleaner as well. Another thing, this is not necessarily about maximizing profits, but you do want to really limit the amount of items that you have on your menu. You don't want to just go overboard, because everybody wants to cook all these amazing recipes, but you really need to just cut that menu down. You know, 6 appetizers, you know, 12 main courses or less, and then 5 desserts. I think that's a good mix for a full service restaurant. If you can cut it down even more, like, more power to you. Less is more, and that way you can really focus your kitchen, your team on creating fantastic, like, perfect dishes instead of just a plethora of mediocre dishes. I hope you guys found that useful. I hope that was something new, something you may have learned today. That way you can price gouge your guests at your restaurant or enhance their experience. Let them not worry about the pricing and just let them worry about enjoying a fantastic dish. However you want to look at it. My name is Kostas. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of the community. Leave a comment below if you have any other questions, and I will see you guys tomorrow.
I'm the siren that sings to you.